we'll begin the webinar. I just want to thank you all for coming in. I hope everyone is enjoying their Friday. This is another Simple Fund 360 Education Week. So today in this session, what we're going to be looking into is the document screen, reporting, and AI technology. So we'll start with a bit of housekeeping. So all attendees are currently in listening mode. However, there is a Q&A window if you would like to ask any questions throughout the webinar. And we always do encourage people to ask questions if you're attending the webinar. So if I can't get an opportunity to answer your question, I am joined with Daniel and Norman, both from the training team, and they will be able to answer your question. This webinar will also be recorded, so this webinar will be posted on BGL's YouTube channel. So all the registered attendees as well will receive an email with the recording of the webinar with slides as well. So we're almost coming to an end of Simple Fund 360 Education Week, which is sad for everyone, I'm sure. However, we've gone through a fair bit of webinars, so I would be surprised if everyone attended every single one of these webinars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a place where I'm going to send everyone here a link in the chat where you can actually get our recording at the moment. So I believe all webinars have been uploaded except the workflow jobs, which was done earlier this morning. So I'm sure our marketing team is working hard on getting that edited and posted on YouTube. But we do have, I'll just send a link there, and that playlist will show where all the previously recorded webinars are. So if you would like to go back and look at it at your own time, maybe you missed one, maybe you want to go see another one again. In that link I sent you, that's where you can go and have a look. So with Simple Fund 360 coming to an end, Education Week that is, Simple Invest is coming up next week. So if you are actually interested in looking at our Education Week, I'll send everyone here a link of where you can actually register. So I've sent a link in the chat. So if you are interested to see what is going to go on, that is where we're going to provide some training, much like what we did today. So, and during the week. So if you are interested, or maybe you don't even know what Simple Invest is, you would like to stop by and have a look what it can do for you, that's where I would recommend dropping by and have a look. The following week is CAS 360, which is our corporate compliance product. So if you, again, don't know what CAS 360 is, feel free to drop by, but maybe you are a user of CAS 360, you want some, see what the new tips and tricks are, I would recommend also stopping by and having a look at all of our webinars. So we'll just have a brief look at what we're going to look at today. So we have a bit of a talk about what the document screen is, how can it benefit you, and what's its primary use within the software. We'll do a bit of a demo for the document screen, show you what you can do, or how to split it documents as well. So I'll save that for a little bit later. After that, have a look at the consolidated reports. So that's it's a nice little feature that we have if you have a few similar SMSFs. After that, we're going to show you our new reports, our fairly new reports that is now, smart reports. And it does have a fair bit of AI integration with it, so it will be pretty exciting to have a look. We'll have a bit of play with it there. And then I'll briefly discuss what is next with our AI in Simple Fund 360 and where we're looking to move to. So we'll start with the document screen. So the document screen serves as a central hub for storing all the documents related to the fund. So you can upload all your documents here, but you can also upload documents, not necessarily just to document screen, but you can also do it through the email. So I don't know if everyone here attended the automate tax data with Daniel on the Tuesday, but he did show briefly how to email documents through the unique code, which I'll briefly show, but you can just see how document screen, you don't necessarily need to upload all your documents to the screen, but it is a place where it stores it locally within the software. It also it serves as the primary location where you can get most of our AI integration from. So if you're looking at our workflow from what we saw briefly this morning, as well as our smart matching, this is where most of the AI integration of extracting the data comes from. It's coming through this screen. So with the document screen, I always recommend, if you're looking to maximize the benefit what you're going to get from your SimpleFund 360 license, always probably the first place you want to have a look is the document screen, because if you want to get the most out of smart matching, work packet modules, which is probably one of the two most popular things coming through, this is probably the screen that connects it, and it's probably the way that you're going to get the most out of those features by focusing your efforts on learning on how to use document screen productively, and therefore you can use it and you can get the max results out of those two features. That being said, we'll just jump into the software. Okay, so I'm in my Insight dashboard. Today we're going to be working in the Sydney Super Fund. So just to let you know what's going on in this fund, I have posted a few transactions, and I'll tell you why I've done that in a moment. So when we go to our reports and then into our documents, this is where our document screen is located. I've uploaded a couple of documents already just to save us a bit of time in the near future. But on the left-hand side, I just want to show you that entity folder. And so every document screen entity folder is going to look different. And there's a reason why it's going to look different. The software is going to have a look to see what accounts have been used in that financial year, as well as what accounts have a positive balance. For example, perhaps if you have shares that you didn't touch throughout the financial year, however, they still exist because they have a positive balance in the fund. So it will still appear in the entity folder. So that's where this side is coming through. So if I go back to our transaction list, you'll see all different transactions have been used. So all different account codes have been used. It's been processed for the year. So now when we go to our work papers, our documents, they're going to be here. And that's going to be quite a useful trick that we're going to use quite soon. So the next step we're going to do is upload our documents. So I have a set ready to be uploaded. So we're going to choose our files that we're going to do. So we're going to go to our documents, our smart docs. I'm going to select these documents here. So these are all quite nicely documents. So they're quite nicely named as well as separated. However, they don't need to have nice names, nor do they need to be separated. I'll show you how to split documents soon enough, but we'll just keep it like this for now. So you can see here, they've all been into these folders. It's a good thing that we're doing this webinar today, not yesterday, as there has been a new release that's updated, which affects the document screen. So I'll show you what it is. So right here, we have the opportunity to assign a folder to this document. So you see this is the accounting fee PDF. So if I select this, the file icon, I'm going to select a folder. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to find that 30100 account, which is the accounting fees. And I know that number because I've used this program for a little while, but perhaps you don't know what account should go to what number. So what you can do, you can select the folder, and AFI, I can just search up. You can see that it does have a few different folders. But what I can do is I'm going to put it right into the 776 account for now and do it like that. So I might just show you another one with the audit fee. So over here, I'm going to go and search for audit. And look, I'm not going to do all of them at the moment. I'll show you another resource what you could also do. But what I'll show you is that if you upload the document, you can notify people. So if I go to people to be notified, I'm going to select. And you can see that currently there's 2 people. That's myself and one of the trustees, Peter Griffin. I'm going to select to notify Peter Griffin, just to let him know that I've uploaded it to these documents. And what will happen is that Peter will be sent an email saying that all of these documents has been uploaded to this fund. So conversely, what you could also do is perhaps you could give access to your trustees this. They can upload all these documents and then they can notify you once they've been uploaded so you can go through them. So we can do that and press upload. So they're all been uploaded. And where it's coming from, where you can notify people, is if we go back to the fund dashboard, so fund relationships. This is where you're going to get where the system is pulling that information. So because I'm actually a registered as an accountant and I've put my email address in, that's how when I upload documents, I have the opportunity to notify myself. Now, when we go back to the documents, you'll see they've all been read. So just touching back based on what Daniel said in his webinar, once the icons have been gone purple, it means that it has been read. So if I selected one of these, you can see it has been read based on the supported documents. And right here is all of our current supported document types. So if you are going to upload a document which is not going to have, it's not one of these, unfortunately, it's not update. Smart Docs won't be able to extract the data from it, but we're working on adding more every release. So I'll get out of this because I'm sure you've learned this all from Daniel. And I'll just show you the email that I received. So this is the email that perhaps you would see. So you can see when I notify myself, you can see that I can select here to access at CAS 360, and it just sends me a notification that the documents have been uploaded. All right. There's also, if I go back to these 2 here, there's been a few queries I've noticed about in situations where you only have clients will only provide you dividend statements all in one consolidated file. So it's not just going to be nice what I have here where each file has one document. Perhaps they're going to send you all your dividend statements all at once. So in that situation, you do the same thing. You would upload the document to the document screen, and through the document screen, what you're going to do now is select this. So this is going to be our condensed PDFs. So if I select here, you can see here it's got 5 different dividend statements, all different providers, which could be a bit of a nightmare. However, what we can do here is from the top left of the screen, we can press split document. So here, what I recommend doing, if you're going to do this, we're going to have to edit the titles. So it's a bit easier to identify what they are. So I'm going to call this BHP. The next one is going to be Fisher. Just going to go through them all. The next one is Rio Tinto. Spark, nice little Kiwi brand. And the final one is Young Coal. And here you can actually customize it further. So it goes, you can choose what different pages to be split by on this right-hand side, and you can add another range or you can reset it just to be what it was like before. But we're just going to split the document now. The document has been split and uploaded. So when I scroll down, we'll give it a moment just to refresh. Yeah, there we are. You see these five. These are the 5 documents that have just been split, and now they're considered a new document. So what the smart doc technology is currently doing, it is analyzing it so that it can be used for smart matching purposes. We'll just let it do its thing. Perhaps another question would be, what happens if they just send me various different documents instead of just one for dividends? Thankfully, we do have a different model here, and it would be the exact same procedure where you would split them, and you would split document, and it would be uploaded, and you'll notice that once it's been uploaded, there will be it will start to be, the data will be extracted by smart docs where you can be used for smart matching. So let this be. I see Carolyn has sent a message. Oh, look, can these documents go into BGL software via the client's email in Outlook, or doesn't it go straight to the BGL email? I believe if the Outlook, if your client's email address has it's a good time to actually show you where the fund unique email is. If they have the SmartDocs email right here, they can send it on their email in Outlook. So as long as the sender, or as long as it's going to this email, it will work. Okay. And I'll show you a couple more tricks in the document screen. So now that they've been uploaded, and refresh, what you can do is selecting the display suggested category is going to suggest which documents that have not been coded to a entity folder as shown on the left-hand side. You can go through and press confirm or ignore. So it's just going to give you a suggestion. And the reason why we want to put all documents into an entity folder is that it's going to save you a lot of time during the work papers. So when I go to the work papers, first you want to refresh the work papers. Make sure it's all up to date. Make sure that we've coded it correctly and it's read it. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to go select the accountancy fees, and there's going to be a PDF from one of the documents that we've uploaded. So it just saves you time from going to each different folder on the work papers, and you can just upload it through the document screen here, and then code it to an entity folder where you can go and do work papers. Okay. So I might come back to documents later on during the questions, but that is where we're going to stop it for today. Our next topic is going to be consolidated reporting. So consolidated reporting, I do have a group here. So I have a group of 3 funds. So perhaps you have members in different superannuation funds, and you want to provide a consolidated reporting report. So it shows all the different types of investments, as well as any key performances, insights or trends that you want to pick up. So first, you just need to create a group. I've got a group called group, but you can always add another one and select which different which different entities should be belonging. So sometimes we see that people have a combination of SMSFs and trusts from that which they manage in Simple Invest, so that you can combine both of them into the same report. But we'll just keep it as this group currently. So it's currently at doing for the 25 financial year. However, we can change it from the top, so we can change it to 24. And we can also change what the period is, the length of the period that is. So it can be a month, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months if we want, and so forth. So we have our cover, and we can go in, we can see what these reports are: asset allocation, tax, and financial. Once we're happy, what we can do is we can generate the PDF. So I can save it as a PDF. I probably won't. We'll just go through the preview, and you can just see the report which will be managed through here. So it is a nice little feature to have, especially when you have members of trusts or SMSFs that you are managing together. This is probably a nice tool to use to help them when it comes to reporting time. Okay. And so once we've done that, we're going to show you the smart reports. So this is one of our newer features as well. I say newer, but it's probably been around for a few months. So here is our new reporting side, but we also do have a bit of AI integration, which I'll show a bit later, but we'll just show you exactly what we can do here. So this has 5 different reports. So we have the trial balance, statement of financial position, operating statement, statement of cash flows, and account view. So obviously the trial balance, we do have it as a bit of a trial balance format. What you can do as well, you can edit it. So if I go to distributions received, you can see I can add a document if I need to. So perhaps I want to add the bank statement report just because I can, just in this scenario. Also, what I could do is go, once I've selected the 23800, select the general ledger, have a look. I might say there's something that is missing, so I need to add a transaction to this. So this is a bit of a way to review your accounts. I can press add transaction and enter in any transaction that needs to be entered to make it fixed. So I'll get out from the screen. And it does have a general ledger view, so which I can generate it as a report. So I can generate it as a report for selected ones. So perhaps I just want to do the income accounts and then generate the report for these ones. All right. Also, from the top part, we can adjust the start date and end date, but you can go through as required. So here is our statement of financial position. What this one actually has, we can compare periods. We can compare periods to up to 4 periods. So you can go up to 4. And what you can also do is you can just toggle from detailed to summary view to see what they are. You can go through and press one of those app buttons to see what transactions have been done for that financial year according to our general ledger. Let's get back out of here. Our final one is our operating statement. So same thing in the sense that we can compare up to 4 periods. Start date and end date's the same. We can change reporting period up from the top part. Well, with this one, I'm just going to show you our AI integration. So if I go to our AI analysis, what it's going to do, it's going to read all of this. It's going to provide us a bit of an outline of what we can do. But the key benefit of the AI analysis tool, in my opinion, is that we can ask questions. So you can see it's keeping going. It's providing us conclusions. Let's do its thing. So I'll ask it if there's any anomalies. It's going to provide us a few key points where we can look into, see if it needs to be any further investigation has to be looked into. What you can also do is ELI 5, which it means explain like I'm 5. So just in case if for those that don't have an accounting background or aren't too familiar with topics, you can always say EI 5 just gives you a pretty similar summarized view of what's occurring. But what you could also do is so create based on the report. To the members. So what it's going to do now is going to create an email based on the operating statement, and it's going to outline this. And so it's just basically doing its job for you in some cases. You can also make it to include a paragraph if you have a investment of a property, for example. And what you could just do is press copy and just send it as a new email if required to here. So we can just send it, copy and paste, and send it to our members. We might want to remove this part. It also gives you a subject as well. Let's get back. And yeah, so this one, so AI analysis is more geared to the specific report, that is. So for the statement of financial position, let's get back here. It also exists, but it's going to provide you an answer based on this report. Same with the trial balance. Okay, so that's pretty much coming to the close of Smart Reports. What I'm going to just do is go back to my PowerPoint. We'll just have a bit of discussion about what's coming up with AI and BGL. So for those that managed to get down to our roadshow, which is BGL RegTech, you might have seen a short demonstration of our new feature called AI Assistant. So this is actually quite an exciting field. It's going to, I honestly reckon it might revolutionize the way that SMSFs are going to be handled in our software. So what's practically going to happen is that each fund will get basically a chat GPT for each fund. So you can ask questions. And so I can see Philip saying, can it AI find errors in the financials? And yes, you can. So what's going to happen, Phil, is that you can ask questions, so especially such as franking credits, if it's all being deployed correctly, you can go straight into tax positions, which is going to be really incredible, really helpful for all of our users. I do actually have. So if you actually would like to be a part of this new group, what we can do is I'll send an email. I'll put an email address into the chat quite shortly where you can register your interest to be a part of the closed beta. I believe it's coming into next year. So if those that saw the next finite RegTech Fund AI Fund Assistant, it just shows you where we're going to go to with AI in Simple Fund 360.